Ephesians chapter 5, and I was off in another verse again. Verse 1, therefore be imitators of God as dear children. Walk in love as Christ also loved us and has given himself for us an offering, a sacrifice to God for a sweet-smelling aroma. But fornication, all uncleanness, or covetousness, let it not even be named among you, as it is not fitting of saints. It is not proper, it is not right for these things to be happening in the life of a believer. There should not be sexual activity outside of marriage. There should not be porn. There should not be any uncleanness, any impurity, and there should not be this insatiable unquenching for money. That stuff should not be. You're a believer. You're born again. That should not be. And for him to write this, who is he writing this to? Is he writing this to sinners? No. Now see, is my job to go tell sinners this message right here that I just read to you? No, it's not. My job to tell sinners is the good news, is the gospel. For me to tell a sinner, for me to tell somebody that is not born again to quit all this stuff would be like me telling my collie, my dog, it would be like me telling my dog to eat bird food. He wouldn't do it. It's not in his nature. He's not going to do it. It would be like me telling my collie to eat bird food. He won't do it. He's going to eat dog food, or he's going to eat meat or chicken or something. There's certain things I can put in front of them, and they will not eat it because they are dogs. And an unbeliever is not going to eat this word. They need to hear the gospel. They need to be hearing Jesus. They need to be hearing salvation. They don't need to be hearing sinful words. So anyway, let's keep going here. But fornication, uncleanness, covetousness, let it not even be named among you as is fitting for saints. Neither filthiness, foolish talking, nor coarse jesting. They are not fitting, but rather giving of thanks. Let's read this in the Amplified. It says, but immorality, sexual vices, all impurity of lustful, rich, wasteful living, or greediness, but must not even be named among you as is fitting and proper among the saints, God's consecrated people. And then it says, therefore, let no filthiness. Now, when you read that word filthiness, what's that word mean? The Amplified says it really good because it's breaking down and giving you those Greek words. But let there be no filthiness, and then it says obscenity. You know, me and my wife, we don't like watching shows that have cursing in it. Talking about things, talking about sexual stuff, talking about swear words. We don't like listening to that. It says, let there be no filthiness, obscenity, or indecency. Obscenity and things that are indecent. Things that you should just not be hearing. It's just not right. It's not proper. They shouldn't be coming into your ears. If you want to think of things that are obscene and indecent, what you need to do, how you can literally understand that and hear that, pick that up off of your conscience, is think, would you want a little child to be hearing that? If you would not want, like if you had children, and if they're 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old, if there is stuff that you would not want them hearing, obscene things you wouldn't want them hearing, obscene things you wouldn't want them seeing, that's this stuff. That's what filthiness is. And it says, let there be no filthiness, obscenity, indecency, nor foolish and sinful, silly and corrupt talk. Now that foolish and sinful, silly and corrupt talk, that's people telling dirty jokes. That's people joking. I mean, just like joking about sinful stuff, joking about sex, just making a hee ha ha all over it. That stuff. Now right now, do you start pointing the finger at the world and telling them not to do that? No. You tell them the gospel and you love them. He is talking about believers, people who have been born again. This message right here is to people that have been born again. It's not to the world. This message, this letter was written to believers. And he is telling you, because if you don't have that life of God in here, me telling you not to do something is nothing but legalism. You need to get born again and have the life of God, and then you're going to see things different. Then, like when I'm telling you, if you're born again and I tell you this stuff, it sounds off on the inside of you, and you're saying, I know, that's right. I shouldn't be doing that. I shouldn't be watching that. I mean, there's stuff that's on there right now that's just not any good that you shouldn't be watching. Stuff that's like this. But it says, but instead, let your voice be uttering thankfulness. You should be uttering thankfulness, and you should be saying good things. You should be thanking God. What will you thank a person for? You thank them for all the good things they do for you. You want good things happening for you? Start thanking God. Hallelujah. And good stuff will happen.